busy.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's getting kind of late, man, but I felt like just making a video on this because I don't know, like I was just thinking about it, and Lara and Cotto is like two of my top five, two of my top three, basically favorite fighters of today. Um, you guys that follow me know that already, and y'all was thinking about the fight when I first heard that Cotto was thinking about fighting Lara in June. I was like, man, Cotto is crazy. Like, how you turn down a Canelo fight and then take Lara? It's so many guys at 160 that I would take before fighting Lara. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was kind of crazy. Like my first glance, like my first thoughts on that fight, I was like, man, Cotto can't beat Lara, man. Lara's just his length and his movement. He's just too good defensively. But when I'm thinking about it now, I think about Cotto in his last couple fights. Maybe Cotto could get to Lara, you know? Maybe he could. Um, I don't know what it's gonna do for Cotto. Like I don't know why he chose Lara out of all people because he's the lineal middleweight champion, and Lara's not even at 160. I mean, it's a great fight for Lara, of course, because of the name. This is obviously gonna be a pay-per-view if they fight, and I mean, just beating Cotto. I mean, that'd be crazy. You fighting for the 160 strap. That'd be crazy for Lara. But for Cotto, like, what is he getting out of fighting Lara? What is he really getting? This is why I don't think the fight will happen. And I was just telling someone on Twitter the other day, like, why would Cotto even take this fight? Cotto picks his fight very carefully. Now, I would love to see the fight. You know, I wanted to see Canelo more because of the rivalry between the Mexicans and the Puerto Rican fighters. I wanted to see that fight more, and it just made sense. But this fight is a great fight. I mean, for me, this is like a fight for that I would want. Not a lot of fans of the sport would want, but me personally, because those are my two top guys. Besides Mayweather, Pacquiao, Thurman's up there. But besides them, Cotto and Lara are my two top guys. And I would have never guessed that they would fight each other one day. Now, like I said, I don't think the fight will happen. But if the fight does happen, I'm starting to little think like Cotto got a shot at this fight. He has a shot. Cotto can get to Lara. I seen all of Lara's, just about all of Lara's fights. And Cotto does things better than a lot of the fighters that Lara fought, that gave Lara a hard time. Even if you look at the Canelo fight, Canelo got the decision. Don't think he should have got the decision, but I thought it was debatable at the same time. Canelo won based off body shots. Okay, he won off body shots. Cotto's a better body puncher to me than Canelo Alvarez. Okay, Cotto moves much better than Canelo. I think Cotto is also quicker than Canelo. I think Cotto is even better at cutting off the ring. And Cotto has a lot more experience. He wouldn't chase Lara around the ring. He wouldn't follow him around the ring like Canelo did. Okay, he's a lot smarter. He's more experienced now. No, he doesn't. I'm not sure if he has more professional fights, but he's more experienced based on who he's fought. Uh, Cotto can get to Lara, and you've seen Cotto fight Sergio Martinez, who is a southpaw as well. Um, that left hook was a problem for Sergio Martinez. All right, that's what Cotto dropped him with, and Lara, Lara got dropped by Angulo with the left hook, okay, couple times. So I'm thinking like, maybe Cotto got a shot at this fight. I still don't see the point of doing it because you're picking a difficult opponent and people are not going to respect it if you win. Yeah, some diehards like myself is going to respect it, but the general public wanted to see you fight. If you're going to fight somebody at 154, people will respect if you beat Canelo. People will respect if you fight the top fighters at 160. I don't know where Lara fits into this, but I think Cotto has a chance if the fight happens. I'm not going to say here and say he'll win. I'm not even sure if I would sit here and say it's a 50-50 fight. But if they do fight and Lara cannot stop him and the fight is indeed close, Cotto can win this fight. And I think Cotto can do a better job than Canelo did against Lara. Okay? I will say that. And that fight was very close. In fact, a lot of people think Lara won that fight. I do think Cotto has a better chance of beating Lara than Canelo did. So let me say that. If I had to actually do a prediction, I don't know. I don't know. Because it's like I feel like Lara has the talent to beat Cotto, without a doubt. But Lara has, just didn't show up at times. He should have beat Canelo to me. He should have beat Vanes Martirosyan instead of drawing with him. You know what I'm saying? But if the fight is happening, I'm cool. I mean, if it's going to be in June in New York where I can go and see it, I would love for it to happen. But as far as Cotto's career, it really doesn't do anything for him because he is the lineal champion at middleweight. And people want to see the Golovkin fight. Now, if Lara, and this is all good for Lara, if Lara happens to fight Cotto, beats Cotto, he can fight Golovkin. He wanted to fight Golovkin already, okay? We know Lara is not known to be no runner. But then again, Lara has never been in a position to make, choose options. Like he's never been the top guy to say, listen, I want to fight this guy or this guy. He's never been that type of guy. He's been the guy that's been wanting to fight the best. Okay. But I'm pretty sure he will fight Golovkin if the opportunity presented itself. If he was the lineal champion, I'm pretty sure he would actually fight Golovkin. All right. So I think it's a good idea. I like it better. I like it better than the Bradley and Cotto fight. Okay, I will say that. I like it better than the other couple of options Cotto's been putting out there because he's not really trying to fight any of the top 160 fighters. He's just pretty much visiting at 160, and he's not really trying to fight any of the top guys at 154. I mean, outside of Canelo and Tim Bradley, we really haven't heard anything. So if it's going to be between, Tim Bradley and Lara, I would rather see the Lara fight. But the Tim Bradley fight is a good fight too. It's just that if Tim Bradley wins the fight, we already know he's not going to be fighting anyone at 160. And I'm tired of these guys just passing around the belt. So anyway, just wanted to speak on that. Let me know what you guys think. If the fight were to happen, does Cotto has a chance? Will he win? Does Lara has a chance? And what fight would you rather see between those two options, Tim Bradley or Erislandy Lara? Since Cotto is not really interested in fighting no real middleweight, what would you rather see? All right, so hit me back. Peace.